What do you do when just everything goes wrong fishing? How do you act? What do you do? How do you solve that problem? Well, after today's devotion, I'm going to tell you how I do it. Good morning, guys and girls. May 6th, reading from a Catch a Better Life book on the Catch a Better Life channel on YouTube and on Facebook. If you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe to it right now. That's what it's called, Catch a Better Life. We also have a channel called Jimmy Houston Outdoors Fishing, where it's just all about fishing. And we have a channel called Jimmy and Chris Houston's Twin Eagle Ranch. Subscribe to all three of them. Got about 170,000 people total on all three of those channels. We got over 600,000 people on our Facebook, Jimmy Houston Outdoors, all capital letters. If you're on Facebook, make sure you're on that. We do post the videos on there. There are Catch a Better Life videos on there as well. Plus, we print the printed version of it that's in the book. I wrote this book. If you want a copy of this book, you can get it at jimmyhouston.com. You can buy them at Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Hobby Lobby, Bass Pro Shop, Cabela's, all those, any place where books are sold. If you want it personalized autographed, be happy to do for you. It's a gift book. It's made in a gift book category. Got a place in the front of it where you can put to and from and on what occasion. Like graduation coming up here real quick for a lot of kids. May 6th, we're looking at Psalm 128:1. Psalm 128 is a good one. Read the entire psalm. I'm going to just go look at the first verse here. Because the first verse said, "Blessed is everyone who fears the Lord." Blessed is everyone who fears the Lord, who walks in his ways. That's what Psalms 128:1 says. Like I said, go in and read all of that after we get through this. Here's what I wrote about that. A trailer hook on a spinnerbait is going to definitely catch you more fish. Of all the tournaments I've won on a spinnerbait, and most all the tournaments I've won on a spinnerbait, either my main bait or the bait I used 100% of the time, I can't think of any that I would have won without that trailer hook. Not a single tournament that I won on spinnerbait would I have won without that trailer hook. Those few fish that I catch on a trailer hook were the difference between winning and not winning. Every time, sometimes with some of those tournaments I won by several pounds, but several pounds of what I weighed in was caught on a trailer hook. But trailer hooks do get hung up a lot. That's the problem, and many people are just afraid to fish a spinnerbait with a trailer hook on it. Can I tell you, if you're going to tournament fish and you're going to use trailer hooks, I don't use trailer hooks anymore. When I quit fishing tournaments, I quit using trailer hooks. I don't care if I miss the fish. That's okay. I don't mind missing them. I'm going to get plenty of bites, so I don't mind missing a few fish. The big ones, it bugs me when I miss a big one. It really does, but that's just part of the game. But if you're going to fish a trailer hook in tournaments, and many of you fish tournaments, if you're going to fish a tournament and you're going to use a spinnerbait, use a trailer hook on it. But in order to learn how to use that trailer hook correctly, you have got to fish it day in and day out to learn how to use it correctly. So put it on there and use it every day. Learn to be able to fish that trailer hook through the brush. Learn to be able to, when that spinnerbait hits a piece of brush and wants to lay over on its side, that's when it gets hung up, when it lays over on its side. Learn to straighten that back up and fish it through that brush. As it hits that brush, starts to lay over, you straighten it back up. You do that by raising your rod tip slightly, increasing your reel speed slightly. It is a precision technique that you need to learn. You can't learn it without doing it and without practicing, without getting hung up. Kind of like shooting free throws. You can't learn to hit free throws 9 out of 10 times without missing a lot in the process. So fish that trailer hook every day if you're going to fish it in tournaments. Learn how to fish it without getting hung up. Is it still going to get hung up occasionally? Yeah, it will. But you can learn how to fish it where it won't get hung up hardly at all. Hardly at all. Getting hung up with a spinnerbait, with a trailer hook, getting hung up, period, that's a negative kind of fear. That's a negative kind of fear. We don't want to have that. Today's verse clearly explains what fear of the Lord is all about. The Bible tells us all the way through the Bible, the Old Testament, the New Testament, all of them, fear the Lord, fear the Lord, fear the Lord, verse after verse after verse. And a lot of people wonder, why in the world should I be afraid of God? Well, this verse clearly explains what fear of the Lord is all about. Fear of the Lord is a positive kind of fear. That's right. It's a positive kind of fear. Not a negative kind of fear, not worrying about getting the spinnerbait hung up. It is a positive kind of fear. And it's about walking in God's ways. It's about walking in God's ways. Blessed is everyone who fears the Lord, who walks in his ways. It's about doing God's will. It's about doing God's will in our life. It's about being blessed. That's what it said. Blessed is everyone who fears the Lord. The remaining verses in Psalm 128, that's why I told you to read them, tells us exactly how we will be blessed. That's the cool thing. We'll be blessed with plenty to eat. We'll be blessed with lots of food. We'll be blessed with prosperity. We'll be blessed with a spouse. We'll have a husband or a wife. God will pick them out for it. I believe God picked the most beautiful girl in the world for me. I still think she is. I still think she is. We'll be blessed with children. We'll be blessed with grandkids. I'm signed up for all those blessings. I'm signed up for every single one of them. How about you? Let's walk in God's way. Let's do God's will. Because blessed is everyone who fears the Lord, who walks in his ways. Our tip, we're talking about what happens when things go wrong out there fishing. You ever had one of those days where it just seems like everything goes wrong? Believe me, I've had plenty of them. When things go wrong while fishing, here's the secret. Don't let the devil get in your head. Don't let the devil get in your head. Don't break that brand new fishing rod over your knee. Yeah, don't do that. Don't start cussing out your wife and kids. Don't start doing whatever you might do when you get angry. Stay calm. Stay calm and just have fun. When things are going wrong out there fishing, stay calm and have fun. That's the secret. After all, you are fishing. You're fishing. Lots of people, when you're out there fishing and having those bad days, they're not fishing. They're not fishing. They're doing something else not nearly as fun. So when those things go wrong out there fishing, have fun. Have fun. Stay calm. You're fishing. That day will turn around for you. Guys and girls, have you a great one out there. And remember, I sure do love you.